This video is brought to you by Pennzoil and Napa Auto Parts. You know, when you're going on a 5,000 mile road trip, you need to do some preparation and you need some parts. So you need to go to Napa. So now we can get started on getting it mechanically ready for the road trip across America. I can't believe we're actually gonna drive this across, like from one side to the other side. 3 straight days of driving. We've got new wastegates, because as you guys know, the eBay wastegates have not been doing us too good. Want to know the big difference and why they've been failing? So you see how there's that blue good on that one, and then now look this one. They're both brand new, keep in mind. Whoever manufactures these, they don't actually lubricate the sleeve and the piston, and so they seize up. Now you can take them apart and do it yourself, but instead of doing that, I went ahead and got some nicer wastegates. Now these still aren't expensive wastegates. These are Summit Racing brand. 100 bucks, so twice the price of an eBay wastegate, but still a third of the price of like a tile wastegate. But I can already tell these are much higher quality. They come with a couple different springs, which is sick. They come with a bunch of fittings, and you can water cool them. These can be water cooled. I'm not going to, but that's a cool little feature that you can use. Along with the wastegates, we're just doing some maintenance. Liquid gold plugs that spark. And then along with replacing the eBay wastegates, we're replacing the eBay blow-off valve with a Summit Racing blow-off valve, because the other one's leaking a little bit, causing a boost leak. And in order to, in order to do what we're gonna do in California, we need all the boost that we can have. We also have something over here. Some actual real slicks here, finally. These were the old ones. They're both bias plies. These are some M&H Roadmasters. They're kind of designed, these old ones were designed for like, old classic cars. Put them on your, 100 horsepower Camaro. These ones are some actual kind of real slicks. They're still technically DOT legal. They're still bias plies. They're still the same overall diameter, so they can fit on the car without any cutting, but they're like 2.5 inches wider, and the rim is much wider, so the tires kind of stretch properly. These are gonna hopefully help us get some traction. We do have to do a few things, because I don't like the white tires and I don't like the yellow, but we're gonna put these on later. The idea, we're gonna do all this maintenance, and then since we're gonna be putting new wastegates on, we're gonna have to retune the car kind of just to see what dome pressure makes what boost pressure. So then we'll throw the slicks on and do some street digs, make sure it's all working nicely. And that's gonna happen at the end of this video, so let's get to it. Oh no, if you cut the baffles out of your valve cover, you're gonna have to change it every 500 miles. Oh no, oh no. Now, I think most of the oil just kind of comes out the filter, kind of is in the air. It doesn't do a good job at catching, but at least it's a nice breather. In the engine bay, we did the bolt check, we changed all the spark plugs, emptied the empty catch can, and now the new wastegates are on. Even just like how the fittings attach and how there's multiple ports on each side, such a better quality piece. And it actually has a fitting in the wastegate for a pressure sensor, so I didn't have to drill and tap it. We'll fire it up in just a second to make sure that they sealed. For now, replace the blow-off valve, then fix a leak that we have in the other boost tube. Nice, an O-ring, much better than gasket maker.
Sounds nice and quiet. I think we got rid of a couple of exhaust leaks actually. Or maybe it sounds the same, I don't know. They look way better. Listen, sometimes your slicks just aren't sleeper enough. You gotta fix that. I don't know if you guys remember, but I tried to put a new ring and pinion in this thing a long time ago and I failed. I brought it to an axle shop. The axle shop ended up charging me like $2,500 because they had to replace the ring and pinion, and then they replaced the diff because the spider gears had a little bit of rust on them. But then when they built it, I mean, this backlash is not in spec. And they even told me like, we couldn't get it to stop making noise in spec, so we just put it out of spec. I'm like, bro, what? But it actually, I was worried we were gonna get in here and it looks like, all these teeth were eating up, but it looks fine. Just gonna seal her back up and put some new fluid in it. That fluid is probably 3-4 years old now, so it's time to do it, especially when you're driving that far. So, part of going on a road trip with lots of tools and gear and weight and bikes is raising the rear suspension, because actually already it will bottom out every once in a while. The drive shaft hits the exhaust and the chassis. So when we have all that weight in there, it gets much worse. So I'm just putting in 1/2 inch of preload in the rear coilovers, and that should be good enough. That's good. Now, the last thing I want to do is kind of maintenance the heim joints. It's both my favorite and least favorite part of the car. All the solid heim joints in the rear make it launch really nicely and predictably at the track, but it's like the main source of vibrations and uncomfortableness on the street. And especially now, they're kind of old, they creak, they get stuck, and they're just, it sucks. So I'm gonna clean them all out with some brake clean, get them nice and clean, then I'm just gonna WD-40 them. It's not like the ideal way to do it, but it helps. WD-40 it once a month or so, and they stay better. So these are the new slicks that we're running. They're Hoosier QuickTime Pros. It is a 26 by 11.5, so 11.5 inches wide, 26 inches in diameter. So same diameter as our old slicks, about 2 to 3 inches wider. It's also on a much wider wheel. The old slicks were on a 6.5 inch wheel, like a Toyota Camry wheel. So it was really ballooned. You can see that there's a little bit of stretch on this, which you want because that keeps the contact patch nice and flat. In order to fit 15 by 10s, which is what the rim size is, I had to get a pretty low offset, so it's gonna poke a little bit, I think, but it should fit. Let's find out.
Yeah, it's hard to see it on camera. Yeah, it doesn't look that big on camera.
It does, but not.
Man, we're gonna have to get some new tires soon.
Oh, for the road?
Yeah, maybe we do a burnout at our destination and then get another set for the way home. They're actually not that heavy either, so that's nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the amazing part about these slicks. Yeah, I mean, it snaps in just as good as the other ones.
That's fucking hilarious.
You probably can't even like tell it's a slick. I mean, obviously you can, but like from the side, you won't really be able to. Get a shot from behind, yeah.
Race car. Wow.
Street car, bro.
God damn, bro, what?
Looks like I got clearance on that side. A little less clearance on this side. I think that will probably clear. The question is, how much does the tire expand as the wheel speed goes up?
Dude, the new blow-off valve. No rub? No rub? No.
It actually feels really nice. These tires drive good, They don't feel like drag slicks. Wastegate pressure. This is gonna go flying. Just kind of hold that there. PSI in second gear, 11 PSI in third gear. So I'm adding 5 PSI of dome pressure. So that was 10 pounds of dome pressure, but I tapered it in a little bit smoother. Oh no. Really? Bro, what? Why is it doing this? This data log shit, it like half times works, half time doesn't work. It's not working. It's not recording anything. God damn it! Work.
Yeah.
There it is. Can't tell you guys what we've been through to try to get this data logger to work. I think I figured it out though. 19.1 pounds of boost.
Yeehaw! This is gonna have force. Jesus.
So right now it's at 20 pounds of boost. So now, we're adding 2 pounds of dome pressure. It's only adding 1 pound of boost. So we're kind of getting up there. My God, Jesus. That is like ice. So yet again, the Terminator's having issues data logging. That time the data log did work, sitting right at 22.2 pounds of boost,
Boost cut is at 22.5. So we're gonna leave it there.
All right, well, with the wastegates, blow-off valve, and all the engine stuff done, there's 2 things left to do. There was supposed to be only just an oil change, but look what I discovered. So this is the turbo guard we were using. Listen, my first mistake was buying it off of Amazon, but you can tell it's starting to rip.
Oh, okay. Well.
So, really lucky that didn't happen, doing a poll. Anyway, since we went to Napa, and I know how, we're gonna do an oil change. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Last time I did an oil change was before we ran a 10-second pass. It was before our last dyno session. So, you know, this amazing stuff has kept this thing running through that dyno session, through the 10-second pass, and through the thousands of miles we've driven it since. And it's gonna keep us driving all the way to California and back. And, you know, doing something special in California. Oh my goodness, easy as that. This is Pennzoil's Ultra Platinum Full Synthetic. It's their race trusted oil. You can use it in your race car, you can use it in your daily driver, or you can use it in your awesome 860 wheel horsepower street car that you're gonna drive across half the country. Wait, no, not half the country, the entire country. So if you guys are interested in getting Pennzoil for your car, you can get some at Napa. I'll have a link in the description and in the cards up there. Huge thank you again to Pennzoil for sponsoring this video and for the channel. And with that, we're not gonna have to take that off this entire trip. That cap's staying on, never filling this thing with oil because it's not gonna have a single issue. Well, no Volvo, because it's outside, all loaded up, and we're about to start driving 35 hours to California. 2,500 miles one way. I'm really hoping everything goes smoothly. We've prepared as best as we can, so that if it doesn't, we'll be okay. Worst case scenario, tow trucks exist. I hope you guys are excited. I'm certainly excited for this trip. Definitely nervous. We're gonna be doing kind of like vlogs on this trip, so hopefully there will be a couple videos coming from it. Not just 1 or 2, you know, a couple, which I guess is technically 2, but maybe a few. That's technically 3. At least 3 videos. If you guys wanna support the channel, check out Pennzoil, or check out Patreon, or check out the Gingium merchandise, although we don't have these in stock anymore. It is hoodie season. Pick yourself up a signature hoodie, pastel signature hoodie, they're pretty bomb. Or don't. That's fine too. See you guys tomorrow where we start the drive.